All right, welcome back everybody to the 100 Line Last Defense Academy. So last time we went back and we did the stop the sponsor route, and we actually were able to stop the sponsor by switching the bombs into Rumi and Ai's body, and I don't know why we didn't just keep the bomb out, but for super petty reasons, which was hilarious. And it looks like he's it turned out to be Ato from a different timeline, which is really confusing. But we didn't get any answers on it because my girl Tsubasa just whammed him, which was fine. I was like, that's gonna happen anyways. We're gonna get answers by playing through all the routes and seeing all the different things that happen. That's where we're gonna get our answers, by exploring all these different routes. That's where our answers are gonna come from. Anyways, so let's see what happens. We might still have to fight Dalxia. But let's continue. Do we have cuddle time with Tsubasa? I opened my eyes to a blue sky unfurling in every direction. We talked until it was almost dawn, then decided we wanted to see the sunrise together. It was so nice that I decided to lie down, and apparently ended up dozing off. My foggy-brained turned idle thoughts over in my head, and as I got up, I felt a strange presence behind me. I quickly whirled around, only to see something that made me doubt my eyes. What the?
誰じゃ? 戦争の最中だというのに、何をこんなところで寝こけておる?
How did Dalxia get into the school? What happened to the alarm? What's going on? I was completely overwhelmed with confusion. Takumi, you're already up? Morning. Oh man, we overslept and missed the sunrise. Dalxia! Excuse me, but what is this level of excitement first thing in the Invader! Invader alert! Wake up, everyone! What's going on? How did you get through without tripping the alarm? Alarm? What are you talking about? I love everybody's just standing there. As we were debating, the others showed up one by one. How did Dalxia get into the school? Is the alarm down? It's like he simply walked through the wall of fire. He is invincible by his very nature. As long as those flames remain undisturbed, the defense system will not detect anything. That's very educational and all, but why are you so familiar with the security system? Before defecting, I was the head of the intelligence department, in charge of analyzing the school's defenses. I'm shooketh. Little lowly shrine maiden over here was a former enemy? You must be the maiden sage commune. You have fallen far from the light of God. I suppose you must have your reasons, but know that I'll show no mercy to any who makes an enemy of me. You shall perish alongside these invaders. Damn it. I wasn't expecting to have to fight him like this. All that prep work was for nothing. Now we're going to be wiped out. But just as that thought went through my mind... 1 minute. That is all you get. Go and get yourself ready for battle. Do not disappoint me. Do we still have to battle him? With that, Dalxia turned away and put some distance between us. Looks like we've been saved by his code of chivalry. This might be the same as the other path. He did mention he didn't like to do sneak attacks before, right? If this is just the same from here on out, I'm gonna be a little disappointed. Because, I mean, it's obviously not gonna be the same because the sponsor's not here. But, like, you know what I mean? We fight him. If that part's exactly the same, it's like, oh, I'm just doing it twice. I'm a fan! Not so much when we're the ones about to fight him. We'll go with the strategy we discussed before. This cryptoglobin is what we need to finally escape from this school. Once we got our infusers ready, the decisive battle began. Okay, well, I'm glad that I stopped that because if we have to do the battle again. Ugh, we have to do the battle again. Maybe it'll be slightly different. No, the poison's still there. It's even the same people. Oh, I wish I could skip the I'm not skipping this.
さあ始めよう。
ダルシャンの無敵の防御はわらわに任せよ。
Oh,
お主らは作戦通りに動くのじゃ。
this looks different.
任せ
Wait,
てカミュン。お姉ちゃんが守ってあげる。
昨日設置したあれを
wait,
あ
no,
いつに
that's
踏ませればいいんですよね。
it's a little different, but it's basically the same.
この戦いにはインテリジェンスが求められるね。
Annoying. Oh, yes, yes, amazing. If you've completed an identical battle in a previous route, you can skip the fight and simply watch the event play out. Yes, please, yes. Thank you. Oh, I'm so happy. That's really nice to know.
これでも食らうのじゃ。
これはどうですか。
That's really, really nice.
あの毒が完全に効果を発揮するにはまだ時間がかかる。一旦引いて体勢を整えよ。
まさかこのわしに効く毒があるとはな。おかげで自慢の防御が破壊された。
無敵の防御が消えたからって逃げないでよ。
そもそもわしは死ぬために戦
I mean, this conversation is literally the same, though.
生と死は火をさあわし行くぞ。
Yay! Oh my gosh, I'm amazing. I'm so amazing. I mean, honestly, that second one wasn't so hard.
わしが砕ける時が来たか。だが悔いはない。戦士として死ねるのだからな。
やっぱりお前の考えはわからないよ。
ありがとう。
I'm just like skipping through this dialogue because we've already
戦
done it. Ooh! What the hell? I thought she was dead. Actually, I didn't even know.
愚かな男だ。侵略者どもを生かしてどうする。
シネス、お前生きていたのか。
爆弾で消滅したんじゃなかったの。この私が貴様らの兵器ごときで死ぬはずがなかろう。多少の傷を負いはしたが。
The V is why, like, I think they're evil. It's very confusing.
この老骨の血を吸い取ったおかげでな。
V spit her words out angrily and crushed Dalxia's remains underfoot.
ひどい。仲間の体を踏みにじるなんて。仲間にひどいことをしているのは貴様らの方ではないか。主催者なる者から聞いたぞ。貴様。
Sponsor was leaking information about us to V?
新興性半島か。よくも私の可愛いペットを狩り尽くしてくれたものだ。しかし狩りに夢中になった貴様らがあちこちに攻め込んできてくれたおかげで、私は思わぬ恩恵を得ることができた。
恩恵？
憎しみによる連帯だ。貴様らに土地を荒らされ、怒り狂った者たちが続々と我が陣営に集結しつつある。侵略者憎しの感情で膨れ上がった我が軍は今や史上最大規模と言っても過言ではない。数を減らした貴様らでは 次の我々の襲撃を防ぎ切ることは不可能であろうな。貴様らも楽しみに待つがいい。私の大軍勢が貴様らの学園を覆い尽くす日よ。
With that declaration, he turned her back on us. With no regard for us standing there dumbfounded, she calmly left. Oh, we still get points for that. Very nice. It only took me 2 turns. Our dim hope that this fight would be over once we defeated Dalxia was thwarted by V's sudden reappearance. She would be leading her massive army in an all-out attack against the Academy soon. That fact plunged our hearts and minds into deep despair. Well, okay. I still can't believe V survived. Or that her army's grown even stronger. They became serious about taking us out because we were so aggressive during that hunt. Perhaps this was the sponsor's ultimate objective all along. Why do you say that? They organized a game that made us hunt down every single school invader we saw, knowing all the time it would foster hatred among the invaders, eventually boiling over and exploding into an all-out war. That kind of full-scale fighting is sure to create an astounding number of dead bodies. Aha! So the sponsor gets tons of dead bodies by making both sides take each other out. It sounded more and more like this first sponsor really was a zombie. We're still playing out the sponsor's script, even after they're gone? How big do you think V's final attack will be? If that side is truly unified, the number of combat organisms will be like likes of which we've never seen before. How can we even defend ourselves against that? And V is even stronger than Dalxia, right? She did just absorb his cryptoglobin. Oh, what an impossible game to try and win. Everyone started looking gloomy. Who could blame us? We were all filled with dread. We thought our fight would be over once Dalxia was defeated. But that hope had been turned into utter despair. This couldn't go on. We were being paralyzed by fear. As their leader, I had to do something. Let's talk about our bright future ahead. Well, what's gotten into you all of a sudden? Dwelling on gloomy stuff is only going to make us gloomier. So let's talk about what our dreams for the future are. This is an order from your leader. I'll even start us off. I ignored everybody's confusion and started talking about my dreams.
俺は人工天体に行ったら川名と面影と雨宮とシェアハウスをするつもりだ。安くて狭い一軒家でも借りてみんなで貧乏生活を送るんだよ。みんなで貧乏シェアハウス。これが俺の今の夢だ。
You don't have to be penniless. Wait a second, Takumi. That was my dream. You can't just poach it like that. It just means you and I have the same dream, Tsubasa. Just like we should. Aww, you and I are united in mind and body in more ways than one. Stop! Not in front of all these people! Really not appreciating this unsolicited info dump, guys. United in mind and body? So suggestive. What? What is it? What is being united in mind and body suggestive of? Close your ears, Commune. You're too young for this. Yugama, you're next. What are you gonna do when we get back? Any future plans? Dream jobs? Dream job, you say? Ideally, I'd like to do something medicine-related. I think I've taken enough lives, so now I want to use my knowledge about the human body to save lives instead. I think you'd make a great doctor. You've already saved my life plenty of times. How about you, Dorumi? What are you going to do? What a stupid question. Infiltrating in a rogue company, of course. I'll start as a janitor and work my way up to become director of my own project. Then I'll flood the spineless adventure game industry with my erratic fantasies. Well, when did you become so optimistic, Dorumi? You call this being optimistic? What about you two? What do you want to do on the artificial satellite? Just live my life out peacefully with Commune, I guess. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Take daily walks, go shopping, and enjoy life like an ordinary person. I do not expect a life of ease as a refuge, but I will use my skills and abilities to overcome any obstacle. I'll support you however I can too. That's what I promised Ava. Your turn, Ima and Kako. If you have any dreams, we'd love to hear them. It just so happened Brother Dewis and I were discussing this matter the other day. Once we make it to the satellite, we'll volunteer to distribute food to any children in need. We really should balance out all the bad things we did here with some good stuff. And what could be better than helping children who were just like us in the past? It's an awesome dream to have. I'll help too. I'll build a powerful cooking stove for you. You'll likely need a medical assistance as well. Oh man, this feels like it's gonna be a bad end, this route. That's where I come in. I can help with that. As we spoke about our plans and dreams, our faces become brighter and brighter. Painting a vivid mental picture of a bright future is a great way to shake yourself out of paralysis of despair. That was what I learned that night. Not to mention being around Tsubasa infused me with even more life. Let's all beat V together. Her cryptoglobin will definitely be strong enough to activate the escape pod. Then we'll be able to make our dreams come true. Thus, energized and looking forward to the future again, everyone started preparing for the final attack with renewed determination. We've got to get as strong as possible before V launches her final attack. I slapped my cheeks to get into gear and started training. We have free time! Holy shit! Bonding events have been unlocked? Bonding events are special events that occur when you raise your bond rank with a character. From now on, when you give characters a gift, you'll increase their affinity towards you. Does that mean the gifts I gave them before didn't matter? After reaching a certain affinity, your bond rank will increase. You can greatly boost your affinity by gifting preferred items you've discovered through various student activities. Take the initiative to strengthen your bond with your comrades. Damn, I wasn't expecting this, but let's go here first. Alright, well, you're completely maxed out. Was there anything? No. There's one person. Oh, wait, I can upgrade Hiroko here. That's how you do it. You can upgrade everybody here. Well, first I wanted to give Yugamu. He doesn't have a counter-strike. So we'll do that. And then I feel like I want to upgrade Hiroko because she keeps dying. But I'm sure she's not going to be dead for all our battles. And before I use any more of those, I need to make sure everybody has, like, the counter-strike. Gaku! Alright, let's work on Moko a little bit because she's pretty terrible. In the ring, your body and wow. Okay, this one kind of looks like a Yoshika. Ready to run? Hands 2 and 1. Alright, I want to up Yoshika because she's really good. And I want to upgrade Nozomi. Oh, we need Math 4. Alright, let's go. You know what? We have plenty of BP. Let's just go down the list. we're probably not going to play with Eito for a while because we're in his dead run. So let's skip him for a little bit. Oh, she does have one. Adds 1 attack. Sorry, Gaku. I also plan on going backwards. So, like, Gaku's probably going to be dead for a while. So let's go to... All right, we spent all our BP. Now let's go look at the... V must be organizing her troops right now. The upcoming final attack was causing me a lot of anxiety. But it's fine, we can beat them. We survived the invader hunt. He has nothing on us. We can do this. We can beat them. I chose to believe in our ultimate victory. After all, we had nothing else to fall back on.
So Yabang.
Another day of training. Training to prepare for the final battle. So I'm gonna just skip the free times again because yeah, it's the same thing. Except for these bonds. V didn't show up today either. Perhaps it's taking her longer than expected to get her troops in order. Well, that's good news for us. The later she and her army show up, the more time we have to prepare. It's okay. It's going to be all right. We can do this. We can beat them. I repeated my mantra to myself over and over as I got into bed. It was all I could do to live each day clinging to the belief that we'd be victorious in the end. Day 90. Man, this about... Look, when I read the wiki, okay, because I wanted to see how long it would take me. And it said that some routes are only like a certain amount of days and then it's done. Some routes do go to like fully 100 days, but I guess I just happened into one that goes to 100 days. Our 90th day of academy life. V was definitely going to attack us within the next 10 days. I need to get prepared so I won't have any regrets when she shows up. Another day with no attack. This must be what the calm before the storm is like. It still doesn't feel like at the cusp of a final showdown. Just come on and try it already, V. You're going to lose. I definitely prefer no free time because some of it's annoying. I don't like going exploring. I really don't. It takes forever. The other stuff is fine. I can just skip. It's like, you know. But exploring, I'm saying that because I'm going to go exploring today. I'm not going to subject you guys to it, but I have to because I'm running out of materials. But it's just annoying. It's annoying. Everyone's gotten a lot stronger in the last few days. If we kept going like this, the invader army would be no match for us. With that thought in mind, I started getting ready for bed. Just then... Who could it be at this hour? Sexy times with Tsubasa. I opened the door hesitantly. Standing on the other side was... Oh. Hamyun? It's pretty late. Did you need something? Hamyun's face was twisted in agony. What is it? I intercepted the wireless comms just now and ascertained the size of V's army. Really? How big is it? Much bigger than I had anticipated. Supreme Commander's claim about having the strongest army in history was no idle boast. Huh? What are you saying? If she comes at you with the full force of that army, your chances of victory are 0. 0? That's an exaggeration, right? We won't know for sure unless we try. We know! You need to give my calculation skills more credit! Not only is the army massive, they also have procured a large amount of extinguishing agents capable of putting out the wall of fire. And do not forget, they have V leading them. The battle is as good as lost already. I was hit by a wave of dizziness and almost collapsed on the spot. Should I even burden with the others with this new revelation? They'd supported me because they believed we could fight off V together, but now... That is why I have come to you. I have a proposal that can avert total annihilation.
Huh?
A proposal?
Oh.
You mean there's still a way out of this? There is, and it's incredibly simple. We activate your escape pod before V arrives. Pod. We're sitting ducks right now precisely because we can't make it work. Only V has cryptoglobin strong enough to power it now. We need not remain fixated on her. You have cryptoglobin of a far greater power than V can ever dream of right here in the Academy. The Divine Infant. I'd never heard him called by that name before, but I knew who she was talking about. His face immediately surfaced in my mind. You mean the baby in the defense room? In the defense room on the 3rd floor of the Academy was a baby in a capsule. The undying flames being produced by the baby's body around the clock were being stored in missiles. We haven't seen him since the beginning of this route. It would take 100 days for all the missiles to be filled with undying flames. That was the reason we were here defending the Academy. How do you know about him? Have I not already mentioned I once headed the intelligence department on the other side? I am more familiar with your secret weapons powers than anyone else. In fact, I would venture to say I know more than you and your friends. You have not even been told half of it. Powering up the escape pod will be trivial with the cryptoglobin of the Divine Infant. Nevertheless, there are risks involved. Once the baby is dead, the protective wall of fire around the Academy will disappear. V is likely to seize that opportunity to launch her final assault. However, given the current size and scale of an army, it may not be so nimble as it once was. V and her army don't factor into this. We're not killing the baby. Your anger is warranted. This isn't undoubtedly an illogical measure. But Takumi, even if you do not kill him for this purpose, did you know he'll be dead in another week anyway? Huh? The missiles he is creating in that defense room are ruthless weapons designed to raise all life on this planet, including himself. If the baby was going to die on day 100 anyway, maybe it wouldn't be a crime to kill him just a few days before. No, absolutely not. You can't ask me to kill a friend. Even if we haven't seen him in a while, he was still our friend. But what if he was destined to die in another week anyway? Killing him ourselves is out of the question. You are perfectly justified to feel reluctant. It is not a path I would really willingly tread either. But hear me out, Takumi. As cruel as it might sound, might it not actually be your duty to kill the baby? My duty? Why is that? Why, you ask? It is obvious. Because you killed my mother, Ava. I do not hate you for what you did, since my mother chose her own fate. But now that you have stained your hands with her blood, you are obliged to keep going in the same vein to the very end. It is irrational that you could kill Ava, yet refuse to kill the baby. My past sins continue to haunt me even now, driving me into corners and forcing me to make unpleasant decisions. What Commune said made sense. It was my duty as Ava's killer to kill the baby as well. You don't need to take action right away. However, do remember that time is running out. I will be waiting in the underground storeroom. When you feel ready, bring the baby's body to me there. I still don't think going to the satellite's gonna solve anything, but Commune left me alone in my room to think over her proposal. I threw myself into bed and stared at the ceiling, but I couldn't think clearly. I just couldn't. Look, I realized in the gotta kind of go with the flow. Once again, I said you're gonna get all the information from playing all the routes or watching me play all the routes. So you just gotta be patient. You'll get it. It's a little frustrating because there's a lot of unanswered questions and then we get more questions that don't get answered. But little by little, we're learning things. Basically, we're learning that both sides are dicks, which is, to be fair, in a war. I laid awake in bed until morning, unable to sleep. What I needed to do was simple enough. I had to kill the baby. That was it. Go into the defense room, kill the baby there, get his cryptoglobin. But could I really do that? Morally. We hadn't seen him in a while, but he was still our friend. I felt a sudden desperate urge to see the others. I got up from my bed and started to wander around the school in search of my friends. Good morning, Takumi! Mr. Sumino, you came right on time. Ima and Kako bounced over to greet me the moment I stepped inside the cafeteria. Please, try this. That is the cutest plate. What is it? A special kids' lunch my dear sister and I came up with.
人工天体に行ったら路上の子供たちにこういうのたくさん作ってあげようと思って。
路上のガキンチョたちをひもじさから救い出すのが自分たちの罪滅ぼしですからね。
This is actually delicious. I'm sure the kids will love it. Considering how adventurous the twins had always been with their cuisine, I was surprised at this attempt at a more conventional dish. They were serious about what they said, and were already working toward it. Once we make it to the satellite, we'll volunteer to distribute food to any children in need. We really should balance out all the bad things we did here with some good stuff. And what could be better than helping children who were just like us in the past? I finished the kids' lunch Ima and Kako had made, then left the cafeteria. I peeked into the library to find Yugamu poring over a stack of books on the table. Takumi dropped by for some morning reading too. Yeah, I thought it would be nice for a change. What are you reading? Medical books related to biology. I'm going to relearn everything from the basics. How else can I become a good doctor, right? Oh, fuck me. You weren't joking about the doctor dream, huh?
Oh.
Dream job, you say? Ideally, I'd like to do something medicine-related. I think I've taken enough lives. So now I want to use my knowledge about the human body to save lives instead. Yeah, I'm retiring from the assassin business. I'd already resolved to do it the day I made Kyoshika take that poison.
今度は救うんだ。それが私の罪滅ぼしだからね。
I will actually be curious if we see if they get a happy end on the satellite or not. I will be very curious because that will answer some questions. He turned back to the medical book solemnly. Yugamu was already making plans for the future. I didn't want to distract him and headed out of the library. Hirumi was typing furiously on a keyboard in the war room.
Hanya?
What? Oh, it's just you, Takumi. I'm busy writing. Talk later. Writing what? A novel? A scenario, you silly goose? Remember I said I'd make the best eroge in the world? I always thought I'd start working on it after getting back to the artificial satellite. But I can't stop this momentum now. I've been so caught up, I've already pulled it all 2 nights in a row. Woohoo! Hirumi's eyes were shining with life. I could hardly believe this was the same girl who was frequently talking about killing herself only a few days ago. I'm glad to see you so passionate about it, but why the sudden urge to start now? This is really the only thing I can do? My whole life's been a steaming pile of crap. Crappier than crap. And one day it dawned on me. Maybe I can write something that touches the heart of those whose lives are just as crappy as mine.
もしもダルミが物語でたくさんの人を救うことができたらさ、それはもう立派なヒルコ様でしょ?
Hirumi was trying her best to carry on Hiruko's legacy in her own way. Her legacy of saving others. I watched Dorumi hammer away at the keyboard for a while longer before leaving. I heard sounds coming from the metal shop and decided to peek inside, where I saw Nozomi. She was on a sewing machine working on a piece of clothing. Morning, Takumi. Morning. Are you making clothes? Yeah. I was thinking of making Commune some street clothes. That priestess dress doesn't look very comfortable.
Oh.
You're really stepping into your big sister role, huh? Nozomi was always so tense before, but now she seemed completely at peace with herself. I intend to do for Commune everything my mom couldn't do for me.
毎日ご飯を作ってあげて、可愛い洋服を仕立ててあげて、二人でお出かけして、それから。ああ、もう人工天体に行くのが待ちきれないよ。
To Nozomi, living a peaceful life with family was what happiness meant. I watched her work on the dress for a little while more before taking my leave. Takumi, I finally found you! Tsubasa ran up to me when she spotted me walking down a hallway. What's wrong? What's the emergency? Check this out! It's my attempt at the perfect house layout for our roommate situation. I know I'm probably jumping the gun here, but once I got started, I just couldn't stop. She showed me the layout she had drawn up and explained how it would be furnished. The TV definitely has to go here. It's the only space we can fit a sofa big enough for all of us. No east-facing windows in Yugamo or Dorumi's room for sure, since they're nocturnal. Your room will be in the corner for my privacy, so no one will hear us when we're alone together. Seeing Tsubasa smile so radiantly as she talked about our life together warmed my heart. I wanted to reach out and hold her closer, protect her, and give her the brightest future ever.
この未来を実現するためにも、絶対ベシネスを倒そうね。大丈夫。私たちならできるよ。
Oh. Yeah, we'll make it happen one way or another. Everyone's already taking firm steps towards their futures. I want to make sure they all get to the artificial satellite and start living those lives. But to do that, is killing the baby and taking his cryptogolden really the only way? If V and her army really were impossible to defeat, it was our only option. But does that make it right? I knew the answer. Of course it didn't. Should I send everyone to the artificial satellite? Even if it means doing something terrible by killing the baby? Or should I take my chances and rally everyone to face V's final attack? I have a feeling that we're supposed to do the evil thing, because so far doing the evil thing is the right call, whatever that means. So I'm gonna do the evil thing. I have to make a choice. What am I going to do here? Well, the sponsor versus Doxer wasn't really like an evil versus not evil thing. It was just like... kill the baby! Yes, because apparently the evil thing is the continuation of this route. I'm sorry, child. There's no other way. I have to kill the baby. It was my responsibility as leader to ensure everyone made it to the artificial satellite safely. I still don't think the artificial satellite is safe, but whatever. For that to happen, I had to stain my hands with blood one last time. But I can't do it now. Someone was bound to notice me walking into the defense room in broad daylight. I don't want anyone to see me doing this. I decided I would do it secretly, in the middle of the night, away from the watchful eyes of others. Fuck. We really are becoming Ato, aren't we? In the middle of the night, I quietly made my way to the door in the front of the defense room. The baby's on the other side of this door. He was generating undying flames in his capsule even as I stood there. The door was protected by undying flames too. They would rekindle almost instantly, even with repeated use of fire extinguishers. With undying flames that not even fire extinguishers could put out, this room was an impenetrable fortress. But that wouldn't be a problem for me in this enhanced suit. The suit Hideko retrieved for us at the cost of her life, and the suit Eito left behind. Commune combined the materials of both to create an enhanced suit that could withstand the heat of undying flames. If the undying flames can't hurt me, this door is no longer unassailable. And this hydraulic hammer should be more than enough to break it down. Guys, I'm going to get us what we need. Cryptoglobe and we need to launch the escape pod. As I mumbled those words under my breath, I took a step closer to the door. And then he showed up. It's been a while! Hey, buddy! What the? You! The ghost boy suddenly manifested in front of the very door, protecting his physical form. He chose a really bad time to show up again after such a long absence. Why are you so surprised? Aren't you here to kill me? It's been a while since I did his voice. I don't remember what I did. No, of course not. You don't need to hide it from me, Takumi. I have a good grasp of the situation. You need to kill me for my cryptoglobe and to power the escape pod you found underground, right? How did you know? I thought you weren't feeling well enough to move around. To inform you about something, I will keep it short. I am not feeling very well right now. Not feeling well? In what sense? Right. You can't tell because I'm in this form. Basically, I'm sick. How did that happen? There is a particular space known as a blood space in this world. It is a distinct space filled with cryptoglobe and energy. However, a malicious aura from the future has been seeping into a certain part from that space. My true form, the baby, is being badly affected by that aura. This may sound strange, but the blood space corruption was purified a little while ago, and I suddenly recovered. For the last few days, I've been going around the school every night to gather information and figure out the reason for my sudden recovery. That's when I saw you discussing my assassination with a girl I'd never seen before. You heard me talking with Commune? You were talking about whether or not you would kill me. I've been watching you since yesterday to see what decision you'd end up making. And as I expected, you've decided to kill me. So you're here to stop me. I wish I could. After all, who would want to die right after recovering from an illness? Unfortunately, my powers are useless against you. Undying flames have no effect on that strange suit you're wearing. That's why you wore it here, right? Looks like my guess was correct. I'm powerless to stop you from committing this crime. Suddenly, something happened to the undying flames protecting the door. They completely vanished. Did you do that? But why? It's pointless to fight back. I've decided to accept my death gracefully. Go ahead and kill me, Takumi. It's okay. The escape pod needs my cryptoglobin to fly, right? You're willing to die to help us? All of you have been fighting so hard to defend my body from the invaders after all. It's only right that I do something for you in return. I was touched to my core by the baby's kind-heartedness. Now we could go to the artificial satellite without fighting V. But I need you to promise me one thing. What is it? I don't mind you using my cryptoglobin to power the escape pod for the others, but...
その脱出ポットには隅野くんだけは乗らないでくれ。
Oh, wait. What? Why not? Think about it. Think about everything you've done. You killed Eito before he even did anything on day 2. And now you're trying to kill a defenseless baby. You're dangerous. Letting you on that satellite could cause trouble for a lot of people. So I want you to die with me here on this planet. It seemed like the ghost boy had got the impression I was some kind of heartless serial killer. But who could blame him? I'd killed a lot of people, and now I was trying to do the same to him. If you promise me you won't take the escape pod to the artificial satellite, I'll give you my word. I'll let you use me as fuel without any resistance. Did I want to stay behind on Earth by myself? Of course not. I had my own dreams, and I wanted to see how the others fulfilled theirs as well. Couldn't bear to accept this condition, but... Alright. I promise. I won't get on that escape pod. Are you lying? I made a promise I didn't intend to keep. The baby would be dead by then, so it wouldn't matter anyway. That's a relief. My life won't have been wasted if I can take you down with me. Wow. He sounded truly relieved when he said that. A moment later, he vanished. I just can't seem to get away from the bad guy role. Communicating directly with the person I was about to kill only added to the weight of my guilt. There was no time for hesitation. It was time to carry out my final murder. Oh, whoa, oh! We really are in the bad guy route, aren't we? There was no need to stay in the suit now that the undying flames were gone. I took it off and transformed into my class armor instead. Then I started breaking down the door. They really are turning into ehhhh. Without the flames to protect it, it didn't stand a chance. Slowly but steadily, the door began to crumble under my attacks. The damage grew heavier and heavier. Until at long last, it was completely destroyed. I dashed right into the defense room without stopping. With a loud cry, I charged toward the baby's capsule. I had a strong feeling my guilt would paralyze me if I hesitated for even a moment. So I just kept running with all my strength. Don't stay calm. Get agitated. Throw out all your common sense. I kept repeating those words to myself as I raised my sword and with a racing heart, sliced through the capsule with the baby still inside it.
System down. System down. 緊急事態発生。緊急事態発生。予備電源に切り替わりました。至急システムを復元してください。
The emergency announcement began playing as I took the baby's body out of the capsule.
オールシステムエラー。緊急事態発生。予備電源が消失します。完全にシャットダウンします。完全にシャットダウンします。
The lights went out. I quickly ran through the darkened school campus. I handed the body over to Commune, who had been waiting in the storeroom. Takumi, you did as I asked. I'm sorry you always have to be forced to take on the painful responsibilities. I am truly sorry. Never mind that. Just get the escape pod ready. I'll go call the others. I ran up the stairs of the school toward the roof. Wake up, everyone! Head to the escape pod hangar right now! Wake up! The escape pod is ready! I pounded on every door of the roof to wake everyone up. Huh? What happened? Is there an enemy attack? Just head to the hangar now. Everybody, wake up! I ferried my confused friends towards the underground hangar. Everybody crowd into the escape pod.
どういうこと？レシネスの血がないと脱出ポットは起動しないはずじゃ。もしかして代わりの血が見つかったの？
They even know about the baby?
でもレシネスの代わりなんていなくない？
っていうか、ベシネス軍の攻撃は大丈夫なんすか？ここに来るときにふと窓の外見たら、なぜか炎の壁がなくなってたんすけど、今この学園ってものすごい無防備なんじゃ。
炎の壁のエネルギー源って確か炎の壁が消えた。それはつまり赤そしてそのタイミングで脱出ポットが起動している。
Put it out of your mind.
となるとこのポットを動かしている燃料は
隅のまさか。
The jig was up. My friends had figured out I'd done the unforgivable once more. I closed my eyes and kept silent, fearful that they would turn on me. However, Tsubasa and Yugamu each took one of my hands into theirs and squeezed hard, tightly without saying anything. I'll share your guilt with you. That was what it felt like they were trying to tell me.
ごめんね、スミノ君。
隅野先輩、自分たちのために手をよ。
これはみんなの罪。そんな辛い役割、誰に押し付けちゃえばよかったの。
Yeah, no kidding. One by one, the others started commiserating with me. The moment it hit me they weren't going to despise me, tears of relief started welling up in my eyes. It made my desire to go to the artificial satellite with these people even stronger than before.
神谷、発射まであとどれくらいだ？
もうちょいじゃ。シークエンスは順調に進んでおる。
This feels
あ
weird.
とはポット内のサブ AI をだまくらかして、今日が100日目だと誤認させれば。
As soon as she said that... Uh-oh. The inside of the pod started shaking, making it difficult for us to keep standing.
皆の者、席につけ。少々手荒な発射になる。8G は覚悟しておけ。
8G ってなんすか？電波？
多分発射時に体にかかる重力のことじゃないかな。
8G ってどれぐらい重いの？体を固定しないと心臓がもげるぐらい。みんな早く席ついて。
We quickly found our seats and buckled up. At around the same time...
これより400秒後に全方位攻撃を開始します。全方位攻撃までの防衛活動は迎撃システムに引き継がれます。特防隊の皆さんは速やかに校庭に射出される脱出ポットに乗船してください。
The announcement that was supposed to play on day 100 blared out from the hangar speakers. Commune had successfully hacked the system and tricked the AI into thinking it was day 100. I wonder if there's a route, maybe it's the true end, where we can save the boy. My heart was racing and my breathing became faster. Finally, we were returning to the artificial satellite. All our dreams were going to come true. I don't believe it. I believe they'd kill Commune on sight.
路上の子供たちにこういうのたくさん作ってあげようと思って。
路上のガキンチョたちをひもじさから救い出すのが自分たちの罪滅ぼしですからね。
今度は救うんだ。それが私の
I don't
罪滅ぼし
believe
だから
it.
ね。
But maybe we'll get another little hint,
物
like
語
the
で
first
た
time.
くさんの人を救うことができたらさ。それはもう立派なヒリコ様でしょ。長かった。ああ、しかしこれで全て終わりじゃ。次のアナウンスとともにこのポットは一度校庭へと射出され、その後すぐに人工天体へと出発じゃ。
これより390秒後に全方位攻撃を開始します。
As the second announcement played, the shaking in the escape pod became even more intense.
ついに発射だ！出発進行！
特防隊の皆さんは速やかに校庭に射出される脱出ポットに乗船してください。
いざ宇宙へ。
なんかドキドキしてきたっす。
まもなく全方位攻撃が開始されます。
終わったね、スミノ君。
ああ、長い悪夢を見ていた気がするよ。
脱出ポットに乗船後、速やかに出発してください。
This long and hellish nightmare of ours was finally ending today. We were going to the artificial satellite.
繰り返します。まもなく全方位攻撃が。
I don't trust it. I do not trust it. Huh? The announcement got cut off halfway. It wasn't just the announcement, all the mechanical noises around us had stopped. The inside of the pod was eerily silent. What's happening?
どうしたの？電池切れ？
発射がリセットされてしまったのかい。
神谷、これは。
なぜじゃ？このタイミングで発射が止まるはずは。
Is it because we're on the Odd. Commune stood up from her seat in a fluster and booted up the internal PC to check what had caused the disruption.
推進剤のエネルギー不足じゃと。そんなありえぬ。
赤子の遺血でも脱出ポットを飛ばすには至らないということ。
まさかそんなはず。あいつの遺血の力は桁外れのはずだ。
ああ、だから不足なんてありえぬのじゃよ。事実、つい先ほどまではエネルギーがありすぎて逆に困っていたくらいじゃった。
Commune kept staring at the screen, completely stunned.
推進剤のエネルギー量が今この瞬間もどんどん下がり続けておる。なんじゃ、わらわたちを空に飛ばすことを拒絶しているかのような。
The moment Commune said that, I suddenly remembered what had transpired before. The promise I made to the baby just before he died. I need you to promise me one thing. What is it? I don't mind you using my cryptoglobin to power the escape pod for the others, but...
その脱出ポットには隅野くんだけは乗らないでくれ。
Was the escape pod being stalled from taking off because I broke my promise? Was his will preventing me from reaching the artificial satellite? I should have gotten off the pod the moment I realized I was the one holding it back. Everyone would be saved then. Everyone except me, but... I just couldn't give up on my dream. Becoming roommates with Tsubasa, Yugamu, Darumi on the artificial satellite, happily living day to day despite being dirt poor. I did the unforgivable so that we could all attain that dream together. Killing all those people would be for nothing if I died here. I couldn't bear to get off the escape pod. Weighed down by my hopes and dreams for the future, my body simply refused to move.
どうにかならないんすか。
Isn't there anything we can do?
血が足りないってんなら自分を殺して血を使ってくださいっす。
ある。
誰みのも使っていいよ。翼様が生き残るんならダルミ本望だし。何言ってるのさ、二人とも。そうなのダメに決まってるじゃん。お兄ちゃん、落ち着いて。
No. I should be the one to get off. A leader shouldn't cling to life so disgracefully. It was my duty to sacrifice myself and save the others. Get off. Get off, get off, get off, get off, get off! Get off the stupid pod, Takumi! But I still couldn't muster up the resolve. The thought that I'd never see my friends again paralyzed me. Nozomi, Ima, Kako, Darumi, Yugamu, Commune, and... I would never see Tsubasa again either. The announcement alerting us that time was up echoed through the inside of the pod.
敵勢力侵入、敵勢力侵入。遠区域に敵勢力からの攻撃を感知。直ちに防衛モードを展開します。
He must have mobilized her army to attack the school after noticing the wall of fire had disappeared. There was no time for us to escape anymore. Our big gamble had failed. All because I shamelessly tried to survive alongside the others. We quickly rushed out of the pod to take on V and her troops. At end, the invader army wasn't as large as I had imagined. V must have organized her troops in a hurry to seize the window of opportunity while the wall of fire was down. We were more or less evenly matched with her hastily thrown together squad. Invaders came swarming from the school from all directions, and all we could do was kill, 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 kill. Interesting. By around daybreak, we had virtually annihilated all invaders except for V and her main force. All that remained was the Supreme Commander herself. If we could take her out, we could survive this. We were so close to a miraculous victory, but it wasn't meant to be. Our greatest weapon, the Revival-matic, broke down from overuse. Unable to come back to life, we started losing our lives one after another. I'm actually surprised that the murder route was not the correct route. And in the end, though we barely managed to defeat V, she took each and every one of us down with her. Huh. Well, okay, so that's interesting. That's so mean. Killing game route, so close and yet so far. Ah. I was sure that because every time they make me make a choice, it's like the opposite one that you would think would be the good one. Like leave Moko behind was the correct choice. Kill Ava was the correct choice. So I thought for sure killing the baby was the correct choice. And I say correct choice like that because fucking not a correct choice. It's a evil choice, but I figured this route was evil Takumi, so, you know, whatever. Anyways, we're gonna stop here because as we've seen before, sometimes when we go to the other route, and especially if the other route is the correct route, it's gonna be like an episode in itself. So I hope you guys are enjoying this so far. And once again, I don't mind getting the dead ends because I'm gonna go back and try to get them anyways. So like, whether we continue or not, it really doesn't matter to me. I'm gonna go back and do all the dead ends that we didn't get. And at least now I remember what the frick is happening. So like getting it now and I can go back. And then also we just saw that we can skip battles if we already did them, which is so nice. I was so worried about that. I was like, I don't want to fight it again. So that was really nice. Okay, anyways, so as always, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, my lovely bunny friends, and I'll see you next time.